What's going on, YouTube? And we're back again with another Duel Links installment. I've done quite a few things off screen. We're now on stage 12. I think we're one match away from going up to stage 13. Unlucky for some. Still losing my voice, which is fantastic. We've also now unlocked My Valentine. She's pretty cool, but I haven't really dabbled with it yet. Deck's pretty much just full of monsters. I don't want to be Mai, I want to be Joey. Also, funnily enough, I did my first PvP match. It was a casual, of course. It wasn't a ranked game or anything. But where is it? I've got the replay saved. But yeah, it was all right. Playing a guy who was 3 ranks higher than me. I think that's how it works anyway. I'm rookie rank 1 because I haven't tried. I haven't attempted any rank. I haven't attempted any rank matches. But yeah, so I took on Duncan from I think it was Indonesia. Playing as Jade and Yuki. But I'll try and commentate as things go on because I don't know how quick these replays play or not, but yeah, so pretty much I'm playing with my water deck that I've made using the LP boost. But if I remember correctly, this started out quite bad for me actually because the guy Duncan, he had a much better opening hand than I did. I think it ends up being yeah. So he brought that out, the 1,800 attack, but nothing in my hand actually could match that. So I ended up setting that in defense mode simply because I was hoping to bluff him more than anything. And set those two down, but I didn't actually have any reason to actually use them as of yet. More than anything, again, trying to bluff him, it made me thinking that I had some scary trap cards down there. But so then he plays Machine King, which I actually didn't know what that was, but all it seemed to do was special summon that into attack mode, which wasn't that worrying at all. 1,000 attack and defense. But yeah, I think he clears the board now. Potentially. Yeah, so he takes out my turtle, which you knew was gonna happen. But then at this stage, it was kind of obvious that I didn't have any traps or anything down, so I think he was just like, I'm just gonna take full advantage of this. But it should be the next turn. Yeah, now. So I managed to draw a game changer in the form of Sujin. So I laid down the normal one, and then I play big wave, small wave, get rid of that card, tribute it. And because of that, I can special summon Sujin out, which instantly put him onto the back foot because nothing on his field even matches that in terms of attack and defense. So obviously I take out the 1,800 first because he's the closest to being able to touch me, in case he had any equip cards or field cards in there. Don't want to risk it. If I remember correctly, he now starts, yeah, he goes defense mode because obviously he hasn't got anything at the moment to handle it. And again, just another defensive monster, just to get some on the field, just in case, mainly, in case I draw either I was hoping for the Leviathan Dragon, but I would have been happy with the, I can't remember the name of it, the 2,000 attack snake. That's been coming in clutch lately whilst I've been playing, especially with the effect. But yeah, I use this card at this stage simply because I don't have anything in my hand, mainly. But because of Sujin, he can't really do anything. Tribute summoned something there, but because it's face down defense position, it wasn't really that much of a threat, unless it had an effect. And if I remember correctly, so to counter this, I play Needle Sunfish in attack position and use that to bait out whatever's down there. Simply because I was hoping it wouldn't have some form of flip effect that would remove Sujin from the game, because at the moment that's the only thing that's keeping him at bay, because most of his cards have actually been better than mine. So yeah, so I take out the tribute summon monster he's back to just having a couple of the defense cards down, which is fine. But at this stage, I was kind of thinking to myself, you know what, I might actually be able to win this, because I came into it thinking, you know, I don't stand a chance. But I'm kind of just hoping for another tribute summon at this stage, simply because, well, I can't lay another card, or if nothing else, I need another monster card in my hand so I can actually play Moray of Greed. I mean, it was quite interesting if nothing else, because this guy had a lot of cards that I haven't actually come across yet, so that was interesting to see. And I was actually okay with this because it was 1,800, but I don't think he realised what the effect of Needle Sunfish was. Because he took out the monster, but then I instantly got to reduce it. Take a 500 attack from it. So the bonus for me was that I got to take off more life points. So I couldn't complain. So now that I'd pulled the Levia Dragon, I was kind of hoping for more style points than anything now. I just kind of wanted to get it onto the field, which was the reason why I laid down Unshaven Angler. I can never remember the name of it, simply because it counts as 2 tribute summons. And he didn't actually lay, he didn't lay a monster down, so I was wondering what that trap card could be. And I thought to myself, well, it doesn't really matter which one I attack with, I'm going to win either way. But so the trap card came down, but it didn't actually do anything. So I simply think he played the trap card just for the sake of showing me what he had. But then, yeah, then after that, just attacked with Sujin and game was over. So that's that. That's my first foray into a PvP game. And yeah, it went better than I was expecting it to. I was pretty pleased with that, in all honesty. I mean, at the end of the day, it was simply just a casual duel, so I can't really brag about it. But I mean, he was two ranks higher than I was, so you know, I will take that. I will take that. Anyway, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do for the rest of this is I'm thinking I might do, because I realised I had, where was it? Card tickets. So I've got 5 card tickets. So I'm thinking I'm going to do them at the end of this, but first I'm just going to open some card packs. If I can find it. Yeah, so I'm going to do the card packs. No, that isn't a card pack. Is it? No. Wait, how do I buy them? Okay, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, so what was I doing? Ultimate Rising was the one I was working through, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah, it was. How many ultra rares was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's Judgment in here, so it's almost worth it instantly for that. But yeah, so I'm going to take another 10 of these, and we'll see what we get. Ideally, because I mean we pulled 10 URs, that'd be fantastic. We pulled 2 URs after that. Okay, so instantly we've got the little rainbow thing. Bam! And let's see if we're right. Is this a UR then? Conscription. Excavate the top card from your opponent's deck, and if it is a monster that can be normal summoned, special summon it to your side of the field. Otherwise, add that card to your opponent's hand. Element Soldier. Fiend effect. This monster gets the following effects while there is monsters with the following attributes on the field. Water. Control of this card cannot switch. Earth. Negate the effect of an effect monster that this card destroyed by battle. Ah, Magical Hearts. Nice. During your opponent's battle phase, choose 2 spell trap cards from your deck and 1 monster you control. Special summon them as normal monsters in face-down defense position. Set the chosen monster if it is face-up and shuffle them on the field. The 2 cards chosen from the deck that are destroyed at the end of the battle phase and cannot remain on the field except during the battle phase. So that's cool, instantly. I'll take that. And this, maybe a rare, maybe more. Ritual Cage. You take no damage from the attacks involving a ritual monster you control. Ritual monsters you control cannot be targeted by or destroyed by monster effects. So if I'm ever going to play some ritual cards in my deck, this might actually be a pretty decent one to hold. Meteor Rain. Okay, cool. During this turn, when your monsters attack with the attack that is higher than the defense of your opponent's defense position monster, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent's life points. Nice. Twin Swords of Flashing Light. Trice. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Equip this card to a monster. If it loses 500 attack... Oh, it loses 500 attack, but it can make a second attack during each battle phase. So pretty much in the long run, it's actually better, especially if like you equipped it to something that was obviously stacked in the attack points anyway. Avalanching Osa. Spellcaster. Once per turn, you contribute one Earth monster, except this card, to special summon one Earth monster from your hand. This monster special summoned by this effect is destroyed if Avalanching Osa is removed from your side of the field. God, some of these are difficult to say. Element Warrior. Ready for Intercepting. Trap card. Target one warrior or spellcaster type on the field. Change the target to face down defense position. Oh, come on. Give me a UR. No. Morale boost. Each time a player equips a spell card, increase the life points of the controller of that equipped spell card by 1,000 points. Each time an equipped spell card is removed from the field, the controller of that equipped spell card takes 1,000 points of damage. So potentially, it's worthwhile having that in a warrior deck then, because obviously with some of the cards we were looking at before, they just seem to be full of equipped cards. Element Soldier and Crimson Sunbird, Winged Beast Fusion, Faith Bird, Skull, Red Bird. So that could potentially be a decent card for Mai then, because she's obviously got a lot of the winged beasts anyway, and if I can pull a couple of them with the polymerization, there's no reason why not. Element Magician. Spellcaster. This monster gets the following effects while there is a monster with the following attributes on the field. Water. Control of this card cannot switch. Wind. If this card is destroyed your opponent's monster by battle, it can attack once again in a row. Decent. Restructor Revolution. Inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent's life points for each card in your opponent's hand. That's actually not bad. Height out the Fire Charmer. Spellcaster. Flip. Target one face-up fire monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target while this card is face-up on the field. Yeah, it could potentially be quite useful. Given the right circumstances, of course, if you know they're using fire cards. Snake Fang. Decrease one selected monster's defense by 500 points during the turn this is activated. That could be handy. Hourglass of Courage. Bicurry Box. Bicurry Box. Fiend Fusion. Crash Clown. Dream Clown. Nice. What if we can get a UR today? See, there was weird writing on the side of that one. Snake Hair. Contact with the Aqua Mirror. If you control a face-up water type monster, activate one of these effects. If you control a face-up water ritual monster, you can activate both these effects. Look at all set cards in your opponent's spell trap card zones. Look at 2 cards on either player's deck and return them to the top of the deck in any order. So this could potentially be quite useful in my Joey deck at the minute. But Crash Clown. Fiend effect. When this card is changed from defense position to attack position, return one monster from your opponent's side of the field to the owner's hand. So I just need to find Dream Clown now. Dream Clown, and then I can actually bring out that fusion. If I wanted to, that is. Snake Fang. Tornado. Activate only when there are 3 or more cards in your opponent's spell or trap zone. Destroy 1 card in your opponent's spell or trap card zone. Mask of Dispel. Select one face-up spell on the field. The controller of the spell card takes 500 points of damage during each of your standby phases. When the selected card is removed from the field, destroy this card. So this is potentially the spell version of that horrific mask that keeps catching me off guard. The one I can never remember the name of. Is it the Mask of the Accused? Bam. So what does this mean? You are. So I've got another Fortress Whale. Violin Ohm. Fairy effect. If this card is normal summoned, target one equipped spell card in your graveyard. Banish that target, and if you do, add it to your hand during your next standby phase. That's pretty handy. Twister. SR. That ain't bad. Pay 500 life points. Then target one face-up spell, trap card on the field to destroy that target. Come on, you are. Faith Bird. This long-tailed bird blinds its enemies with mystical light. Tornado and Dream Clown. Nice. Warrior effect. When this card is changed from attack position to defense position, destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field. That's actually a decent effect. And that means I can bring out whatever that clown was. Okay, so I didn't get any URs, but I got 2 SRs and one very good SR. And I actually got a full fusion as well, if I can find it. Where are you? Yeah, so I can bring out Bikuri Box. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that. Now the question is, do I open one more of these? Or do I potentially try and go somewhere? I mean, ideally I'd like something that could help with that water deck, but I don't really know if they would or not. I'm going to go for it. I mean, work my way through, why not? Maybe I should be buying those starter packs, but at the same time, you know, ain't about that. Force Ceasefire, Restructure Revolution, Staunch Defender. That's a pretty tasty artwork. If you can only activate this card when your opponent declares an attack. Select one face-up monster on your side of the field. During this turn, your opponent can only designate that selected monster as an attack target, and your opponent must attack that selected monster with all face-up monsters. So that's good if I've got a powerhouse in the field. A bit like with that PvP duel, because with with that Sanjin down, I could make it so that's the only one that can be attacked. So, you know, in that situation, it's well worth it. Rod of the Mind's Eye, Trap Jammer. When your opponent activates a trap card during the battle phase, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. That's pretty decent. The Dark Charmer. Spellcaster. Flip. Take control of one dark monster your opponent controls while the card remains face up on the field. So this is basically the dark version of that fire one we had previously. Give me something good. Tornado. Ascending... forgot about you. Ascending Soul and 4-starred Ladybug of Doom. Pretty intense name. SR. Insect. Flip. Destroy all level 4 monsters your opponent controls. That could be a good board clear. In the right circumstances, of course. Restructure Revolution. Element Soldier and... looks like a holo. Judgment of Anubis. When your opponent activates a spell card that will destroy a spell trap card on the field, discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Then you can destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls, and if you do that, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's attack on the field. It's pretty handy. Hidden Spellbook. Nutrient Z. This card can only be activated during your opponent's battle step. During this turn, if you take battle damage of 2,000 points or more, increase the life points by 4,000 points before the damage is subtracted from your life points. I think my friend has this actually. The same guy who had all of those Gate Guardians. He was pretty. Well, it saved his bacon a lot of times. Area the Water Charmer. I'm guessing this is the water equivalent. Target one face-up water monster. Yep. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Fortress Whale's Oath. This card is used to ritual summon Fortress Whale. Ah, well, there we go then. I could actually use that card in my water deck if I really wanted to. You can also tribute summon those whose total levels equal 7 on the field of your hand. Great Mammoth of Gold, fine. Staunch Defense. New. Could have swore we just pulled that a minute ago. Storming Wind, Great Mammoth Goldfine, and Fulfillment of the Contract. Pay 800 life points, select one ritual monster from your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with this card. When this card is destroyed, remove the equipped monster from play. So if you're going for a ritual monster deck, you might as well have that in there as well, simply because it's a nice fallback. They remove it, or they try really hard to remove it, and then the next second, bam, it's back out. Haha, the salt. The salt will be real. Anyway, Insect Soldiers of the Sky. Insect effect. The attack of this card increases by 1,000 points whenever it attracts a wind monster. That ain't bad. SR. Wonder Balloons. That's some cool artwork. Once per turn, you can send any number of cards from your hand to the graveyard. Place one balloon counter on each card for on this card for each card sent to the graveyard. All monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack for each bloom counter on this card. That's pretty handy. Guardian Trice. Thunder. I don't have many Thunder cards. Cannot be summoned unless you control a face-up Twin Swords of the Flashing Light Trice. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon the monster from the graveyard that was used for its tribute summon. That's pretty handy. Turtle Oath. This card can be used to summon Crab Turtle. Ah, okay, so I can bring that one out now. Backup Soldier. Trap card. While there are 5 or more monsters in your graveyard, target up to 3 non-effect monsters with 1,500 or less attack in your graveyard and add them to your hand. That could come in handy. Again, obviously given the right circumstances, as with most of these. Novok's Prayer. This card can be used to ritual summon Skull Guardian. I think I've got that as well. Element Magician and Dragon Zombie. That used to be, at one point or another, that was actually one of the strongest cards in my Dragon deck, if I remember correctly. Zombie. A dragon revived by sorcery. Its breath is highly corrosive. I mean, another 2 SRs, so that ain't bad. Quite a few new cards as well, and I actually have those, the actual rituals now, so if nothing else, it's actually quite handy that I can do that. Right, so I can't open any more packs. But what I can do, and what I will do, is we're going to do this, if this is correct. So we're going to exchange the SRs first. Oh, we actually get to pick. Ah, what are these then? Stim Pack. You equip monster gains 700 attack during each of your standby phases. Ooh, what's this? This steel armored terror machine ruthlessly strikes down enemies. That's pretty cool. Enemy controller. Chaos command magician. If I had a if I had a spellcaster deck, that'd be a very handy card to have. Blue dragon summoner. This card, you can add 1 dragon warrior or spellcaster type normal monster from your deck to your hand. That's pretty cool. Red Eyes Spirit. Target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard except Red Eyes B Chick. Special summon it. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Oh, you know, I was going to say, no, remove. I want this. This card's name is treated as only reduce the level of all water monsters in both players' hands on the field. Yeah, I want that. I definitely want that. That's tribute 1 face-up level 8 higher monster. Yeah, that's absolutely clutch in my water deck. So Archfiend Palabyrinth. Nope. Can I filter water type? Yeah, come on. Here we go. Water. That's all I need. That's all I need. What we got? Aurora Wing. Spellcaster, Hammerhead Shark. Once per turn, you can reduce the level of this card by 1, and if you do, special summon 1 level 3 or lower water monster from your hand. There it is. There it is. Such a good card. Right. Okay. So that's pretty cool. What I want then is I want that ideally. Can I not get it? Oh wait. Oh, I'm such a fool. Fool of a toque, as they say. Okay, monsters, filter, come on, speed. Water. Boom. I want you. Add. Done. Confirm. Such a good card. Okay, and for the last one, I want that Hammerhead Shark. In case it isn't obvious, I'm kind of invested in the water deck, even though. Yeah, no, extra deck. Come on. Can't tell if it's lagging or if I'm just moving really slow. Hammerhead Shark. Yeah, that's going to come in handy, especially if I've got the legendary ocean down on the field. What kind of URs can I get then? I was hoping it would just be like a kind of random one, so you know, like it'd be... what do you recommend? Target 2 face-up monsters in the field, half the attack of one monster, and if you do, add the lost attack to the other monster. These effects last until the end phase. Ooh. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. That's pretty cool. That'd be good in the Taya deck. Legendary Fisherman. While Umi is on your side of the field, this card is unaffected by spell effects and cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Okay. These are all pretty cool. But, you know, I kind of have to. That's going to go... Well, it's going to work perfectly in the deck I have in mind anyway. Like, 1 UR left, okay. So let's see what kind of water monsters we've got. And if nothing else, we'll have a look at the spells and the traps. No, not Earth. No! Oh, it's amateur hour, it really is. What we got? Frost and Flame Dragon. Cannot be special summoned. The set must be special summoned. 1 fire, 1 earth. No, that'd be no use. Legendary Fisherman, we've already got. We don't need 2. We do not. Take off that. What we got? Spells. Supervise. Equip only to a Gemini. No. What kind of... Oh, there is no extra deck. Okay, what's these? Blast held by attribute. When an opponent monster that was attribute summoned declares an attack, destroy as many face-up attack position monsters they control as possible, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Embodiment of the Apophis. During every player's main phase, special summon this card as a normal monster. Reptile, Earth, level 4. This card is also still a trap card. Now, I'm actually really disappointed by the URs and whatnot here. In that case, Blue Eyes White Dragon. What's the difference? Just the artwork, is it? I think I actually prefer the old one. What's this? Ritual. Brightbird Divinity, Vanguard, Twin Barrel, Legendary Fisherman, Relinquished, oh yeah. Red Eyes Bee Dragon, Kyberman, Guardian Angel Joan, Fairy. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the original attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Wow. Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction. Cannot be special summoned. You pay half your life points to destroy as many cards on the field as possible, and if you do, banish them. This card gains 300 attack for each card destroyed this way, once per turn during the end phase. If this card was normal flip summoned, send it to the graveyard. Frost Flame, Delta the Magnet Warrior, Dark Flame Dragon, Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Black Luster Soldier, Sacred Soldier. When this card is normal special summoned, you can target up to 1 banished light or dark monster and 1 card. Wow, intense. I think I know what I want. I think I want Joan, whatever her name was. Yeah. Yeah, it's happening. Okay, cool. Right, well, that's all them gone. Have I unlocked any more of these missions yet? Oh, I have. Hallelujah. YuGiOh Duel. I imagine they're quite handy. Okay, so do I still need that? I feel like I've been on here for quite a while now, but yeah. So I think that's it for today. Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking next time is I'm just going to keep going with these stage missions, and probably the next time then is I might just do a couple of PvP battles. That could be quite interesting. I mean, as I was saying in the first one, we could do a couple of casuals, and then maybe we'll do 1 ranked to end the video. Just see how that goes. But yeah, Thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope that in the next video we can kick some derriere when it comes to the PvP. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.